Hey, what's going on? This is Terry Moore, and I'm always getting asked a lot of questions about internet marketing. How do you do this? What's the best way to do this? And I'm talking to a lot of people online as well as on the phone, and they're just blown away by the information that's available out there regarding the internet and what you can do on the internet to really promote your business, to promote yourself, promote your brand, your services. So what I wanted to do is put together some quick videos that I'm going to do every once in a while to really show you what's available out there. A lot of the stuff that I'm going to show you is free, and it's going to help you promote your website, your service, your product, your brand, whatever you're trying to get out there. I'm going to try to give you some great tips and some resources that can get you along the path. You know, a lot of people think that they've got a website out there and now the traffic is going to come, they're going to make a lot of money online. To be honest with you, that's just not the case. When you put your website up, the real fun begins. You really got to get out there and start promoting that website. The traffic is not going to walk up to your website for free without anybody knowing that you've got a website out there. You have to think about there's millions and millions of websites on the internet and millions of websites joining the internet on a daily basis. You have to find a way to stand above those websites so that people will find you, buy your product, buy your service, buy your brand, people buy you. So one of the things I wanted to talk about is I just put up a blog through WordPress about maybe a month ago. And there's a great tool out there called Website Grader that lets you know how well your website is doing and what changes you can make. So when you go over to websitegrader.com, you're going to pull up this screen right here. You're going to type in a URL, and URL for anyone that really not internet marketing savvy, URL is going to be your www.whatever-your-website.com is. So for example, you're going to type in, let's say, www, my website is terrymore.com. That's my blog. And when you click the enter button, it's going to start searching the internet for your blog. Now, this takes a couple of minutes because it's got to gather all the information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip over to this screen, and ta-da, you already have the information up. You already have the results. So this is my website, my blog, terrymore.com. I do it through WordPress, and I've got it hosted through GoDaddy. And right now I've got a website grade at 68. So to me that's not too bad since I've had the blog up for only about a month. And if we go down the page here, we can see some great information. It's telling me that my blog currently has a blog grade of 8.88. And if you go down a little further, it's going to tell me what my latest articles are. I wrote an article called "Is iGlobal Slamming the Doors on Reps?" And that article actually has been retweeted. And that's great. And we'll talk about having your information retweeted so more and more people can see it. Right now, my first page, terrymore.com, has been indexed on Google, which is a great thing. That means more people can find me. If I look down here on level E, so to speak, readability level, this is real important. It says that I've got a primary elementary school level of readability, which means that my blog, the information on my blog is so simple that the majority of the target audience can understand it. Now let me tell you why that's important. If your website or your blog or any information that you're putting out there is too difficult to read, too technical, too information, it's just too much information, and people are really not going to read it. They're going to get turned off by it, and they're going to go look for something else. Unfortunately, we're in a day and age where people want simplicity. I don't know if that's actually a word, but people want it simple. So, you know, if you've got a website up, if you've got a blog up, don't try to get all fancy with the words and try to get all fancy with the conversation on your page. Just make it simple so people will get through the information, get what they need, and move on. Because if they can't, they're going to find a website or a blog that they can get the information without trying to understand this and understand that. Let's go down to this section, which is metadata. This is also very important because this is how the search engines find you. So again, my blog is only about 4 weeks old. I'm still working on it, but it's telling me some of the things that I need to do on my blog. So I've got a meta description that's missing, and I'm going to probably work on filling that in this week. But it's good to know that this website grader has found that, and it's telling me, hey, go in there and put your descriptions in on all your pages. And it's sort of giving me like a checklist of things I need to do to improve my Google ranking. It's also telling me information about my domain name, terrymoore.com. I've had that domain name for about 4 years. I've actually have several domain names, but this particular one I've had it for about 4 years. And I just decided that when I started my blog that I was going to redirect my domain name to my new blog because everybody knows me through terrymoore.com. And one more thing I'm going to point out, the inbound links is very important. One of the reasons this is very important, right now I've got 7. That means there's 7 other websites that are linking back to my blog. And this is going to increase my ranking with Google. So when somebody's typing in a particular keyword, they're going to find my blog and they're going to look for my information and buy my books and buy my products and my service. But I want to increase that inbound links to not from 7 to 700, because the more inbound links that you have, people linking back to you, the more your blog or your website is going to go up in the rankings and people can find you. So I'm going to read this real quick. One of the most important measures for a website is how many other sites link to it. The more links, the better. Having links to your website from authoritative resources will help you rank higher as search engines. So that's real important. And I'm going to be covering that ways to get inbound links to get more traffic to your website. So again, I started my blog about a month ago, and I've already got 7 links, and I'm working on some more links, and I'll show you in a future video how to do that. So one of the things I definitely want to say, if you're doing any type of internet marketing, online marketing for your MLM business or any business in particular, you want to definitely make sure that you go to this website from time to time, Website Grader, and sort of get an idea of how your website or blog is doing, because if your website or blog is not getting the traffic, you're not going to be selling any product, and that's not the reason you put the blog or the website up. You put it up there to generate sales, and the only way that you can generate sales is you got to get people through the doors, and you got to make sure that you've got a storefront, so to speak, on the internet that's attracting the type of people that you want to come through your door. So again, this is Terry Moore. I hope you enjoyed this quick tip on internet marketing for your MLM business, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side with some more tips. Take care.